Okay, so I just listened to the new Foo's record. This is it here. But here we are. Um, it's completely white, like the White Album on the cover. So it's hard to read sort of the songs. I have them listed over here on Amazon. But basically, I like that they did that because they forces you to just listen to the music for what it is, regardless of titles or this or that. 10 tracks. From what I understand, Dave Grohl played drums on the album, what I think is what I thought that would happen because naturally he was the original drummer, and he probably didn't have time or the patience to probably like sit there and deal with trying to show another drummer. Because other than Taylor Hawkins, I mean, live is one thing, but in the studio, yeah, Dave did the right thing, and he should do the same thing going forward on all Foo Fighters records. He'll probably do that, and rightfully so. But the thing is, yeah, you definitely notice that Taylor's not there, even though he's there. But I think my biggest thing is distraction. Like, the songwriting is so good on this album, so consistent from song to song, that you're distracted from the fact that it's not Taylor playing drums. So, the drums are really, Dave Dave is does a fine job, and the grooves are great. Thank God he played drums because I don't know what else it would sound like. But you're distracted from the fact that it's not Taylor Hawkins, that the absence of Taylor Hawkins, because the songwriting, that's Dave's number one thing. He's such a great songwriter. I mean, the melodies, you can definitely, the elephant in the room is definitely present. I mean, you could argue that every single song here, he's talking about Halo. He's thinking about Taylor Hawkins. But there's one song that's very Rush-like where they're playing in 7/8. That's the time signature, that you hear in Subdivisions and Tom Sawyer and a lot of other Rush songs. And they use it throughout the whole song. I'm like, yeah, he's putting his Rush hat on. I love it. But there's a few moments on here where I think of Rush. And very emotional album. There's obviously a lot of emotion, but he turns those emotions into great melodies. There's a lot of angst. There's a lot of sort of sorrow and different emotions, mixed feelings. But it's like he took it and translated that into some great songs. So I'm really happy for these guys. Very strong record. I honestly, the only record I never got was the last one. So I need to go back and revisit and get that one and check that out. But that was the last one, the final one with Taylor. Unless there must be some unreleased tracks, I imagine. Maybe from the previous. But this is a good record. I just listened to the whole thing. And wow, some great tracks, some of the best tracks I've ever heard from Foos. I mean, it kind of reminds me of when Rush did Vapor Trails, coming off of Neil Peart's Tragedies and some of the emotions in that album. And has a very similar approach to it, where it's just like no fucking around. He just made some great songs. But yeah, well, my new Metallica comes tomorrow. Got both of these off Amazon, and Doc got me the awesome gift card, and I got two amazing albums. So go check out Metallica's new one tomorrow, and I'll tell you all about that one. So yeah, rocking on, Foo Fighters.